After the lumber mill, we're going to move over to down the road a little bit more, and we come to this small building here. I haven't really decided what it's going to be yet. I had it left over. It was an old schoolhouse pre-built that I had, and I just repainted it and did it as something else. At some point, I'll figure out what it's going to be, and we'll sign it and get that done. And then we move further down the road. This is a factory. This is going to be a furniture factory. I just haven't built the signs for it yet. The loading dock is all here. Everything's in. The people are in there. Okay, and then beside the furniture company, I have a small river that comes through, which continued up the other part that you saw. This I think I'm going to redo. It came out a little too green. I tinted put a little too much tint in the water stuff. So I'm going to redo this, and we'll add something to that later. So after we leave that. Oh yeah, this is another thing. This right here is actually from my first layout. This was a mountainside that I had, and my first layout didn't work out very well. So I tore it apart, and this is the only surviving thing from it, so we made a mountainside out of that. And then we move on down the road. Now this part here is supposed to be a long country road, sort of a rural highway. And up on the top here is going to be a train station. This was the original train station, and they actually decided going much bigger. I still have to build the backdrop in here. So I got a lot of work to do here yet. But the rock stuff is in that I like. I think that came out fairly well. I have a small camping scene here. This is a Woodland Scenics thing. Ma and Pa's camper, I guess it's called, that I put in here, and the river continues on through here. So now we go from the small highway and we come up to my newest area that I've just started working on. This is a mountainside that I built. Has a small road that goes up into the mountain that kind of disappears. You don't really see anything of where it goes. And as you come around, I added a highway. This is an interstate, and if you look down the highway, I added mirror in there so that it gives depth to the highway. And I don't know if you can see where the mirror is, but let me see if I can. Just to give you an idea as to where the mirror is, it goes like this. So you can just kind of see where it is. And I thought that did fairly well at showing depth in the highway and everything. So we take that out, and then you can kind of see what we've got. Now, as we move over this way, this area here was a building. I took it out. We're going to change it for something else. There's an area over here that I'll show you in a little bit that the building from here went to, and I kit bashed it and scratch built more buildings for it. But that'll be something else in the future. And then we move over to here, right next door to that. This is Arnold's Burgers. This is from Happy Days. I try to add some of that stuff in, things like that to, it's what I grew up with. So this is my version of Arnold's from Happy Days. And then we move down a little bit more. I have Gulf Shell gas station here. And then as you go further down the road, it brings you into the town. Okay, so now we've stopped at the Shell station, and now we're going to back up and we're going to come into the city that I built. I added I wanted a city, but I didn't want to have it like a big giant city. It's just basically more of a big town as opposed to a city. I have a park in here. And then we added in here, I have a block of buildings here, and then I added right here is the Chop Suey Palace, if you remember, was from Christmas Story, the end of Christmas Story, which I really like. So this is the mirror that goes down Main Street. I can show you where the mirror is in case you can't really see it. It is tough to see, but there it is. And that gives the appearance of a corner, and the road goes down the other way in the town. So that's how that works. And those mirrors, by the way, are not regular mirrors. They're what do they call them? First surface mirrors is what they're called. They're a little expensive, but what it is when you look at these mirrors, if you put something up to it there's no gap. The reflective surface is on the face of the mirror instead of behind the glass. So it doesn't leave a space where if you were on a regular piece of mirror, there would be a small gap for the thickness of the glass. So it kind of can mess with the image in some instances. Not everywhere. Mostly you can do regular mirrors. So that's my layout at this point.